Welcome to Big Ideas Little Table, where the ideas are big and the table is little. Chris?
Yes.
Peter? This is Dad's Nudes.
Nude dads. I'm all about it. Keep going. I'm just rolling with it this time.
This is Dad News Daily Weekly.
I'm sorry. Did I read the room wrong?
A little bit.
Okay. Carry on.
Dad News Daily Weekly. And today we have our topics. News we don't care about, news we do care about, and pro tips for dads. So let's start right away.
Yeah.
News we don't care about. Number one, apparently Justin Bieber offers update on facial paralysis, according to CNN. Do we care about this?
I can't even express to you how little I care about Justin Bieber. Showboat and Canadian.
Is it the showboating or the fact that he's Canadian?
No. I have no problem with Canadian. No, I just don't like Justin. He's so irritating. Like, who cares? I'm not a believer.
You've changed, man.
I'm
It's like I
sorry.
don't even know you anymore.
I'm more of a Katy cat.
What's that?
That's a Katy Perry.
Oh, did they actually a Katy cat? Is that what they call him?
Well, every celebrity has their fan base. They usually name them. Like Lady Gaga's are the little monsters.
I had no idea. You know that emoji where the mind is just blown like a whole new world. I have no idea this existed.
Don't start Disney singing or I'm going to dive right in.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, no, they have like I think Taylor Swift has, I don't know if they're Swifters or T-Swifters or something.
What would yours be called? What would your fans be called?
So, the nude dads, I think, will just go right back to the beginning. Of
the nude dads.
Nude
Yeah.
dad. Take your shirt, take it off.
So would it be a group of people, male nudists that follow you?
Just gross
The
old
nude dads.
hairy
Just-
men. No.
I kind of like it though. It's just all about freedom and expression.
Just let it all hang out. Who cares?
We need this in society.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm trying to enable a safe location for these men to get naked.
I completely agree. This is not about that, but about Justin Bieber. I completely agree. We don't need to hear about it. This feels so like 2015, right? Like,
Yeah.
Are we back in time? So don't read it. Don't even click on it. Just ignore it.
Who cares?
News we don't care about. Number two. Anything about Trump and January 6th. I brought this up earlier, and I don't think I got a good reaction. So let's hear.
I don't want to wax too political, but it's. I still feel like it's important. I think that we should be pursuing some sort of legal ramifications for the people involved because an attack on the Capitol is not cool. Hasn't happened in 170 years or some ridiculous amount of time, and then we just let a bunch of crazy white supremacist people and other crazy groups attack. I would have shot them. And I don't even
Thanks
own
for
a
taking
gun.
the high road.
I don't even own guns, and I'd still shoot them.
All right, so I see that point, and
Sure.
I understand it. And this is my point. When did this happen?
A year ago.
Was it a year ago?
Wait,
Or was it like a year and a half? Maybe 2 years ago?
it was January 6,
It's
2021.
a year and a half,
Yeah, it's a year and a half.
right?
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah, 2021. January 6, 2021.
So, a year and a half ago. Yeah, not 2.5. Yeah, so a year and a half ago. And we're still talking about it. And I feel like every single article, especially depending on the news source,
Sure.
they talk about it, they analyze it. This is my point with this, is that you don't need to click on we don't need updates every single minute on how this is going.
Fair.
Give me like weekly updates, maybe monthly updates. I'll be okay, because apparently this has taken so long. Like, why wasn't this solved early? If it's such a big deal, shouldn't we have gotten it taken care of relatively quickly thereafter? It's just a political ploy. It's meant to stir emotions. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. We know exactly who's putting these stories out and who's behind it. And they do it every time there are elections. You know, they bring up, one party brings up something, another party brings up another thing. I'm not partial to anyone. I wish everyone the best. I'm just so over it. And I think most people can agree. Like, we're just
Sure.
so over this thing.
Just hope everybody has a good time.
I just hope everyone has a good time and no one gets hurt. That's where they crossed the line. They were having a good time. People got hurt. I don't like that.
Come on,
I don't want to see
guys.
anyone getting hurt. Okay. Number three, news we don't care about today. Lizzo changes lyrics to new song Girls, that's 3 R's, after criticism over ableist slur. Now, I read this and I had absolutely no idea. Like, I could have been reading Greek and it would have read the same. I don't know many of these words. So Lizzo, I have no idea. Do you know who Lizzo is?
I do know. She's the one who did the "White man great till they gotta be great." Yeah.
And what do her fans call her? What's her? What do they call? What are her fan? Or I should say,
Lizards?
what's her nickname from her fan base?
Lizards?
Lizards?
No, I have no idea. I'm just
I like
making that up. Zozos.
Lizzodes. Lizzodes.
That makes them sound like toads.
Liz Toads? We'll work on it. We got time.
We'll workshop.
We got time. And then furthermore, I love the title, Girls, just 3 R's. I wonder if that's significant.
Is there a U in there? G-U?
no.
Oh, just G-R-R-R.
GRRRLS. And apparently this
That doesn't even have a vowel.
lyrics in there were criticized for being ableist. And
What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Okay.
And not enabling, just ableist. So
I don't know what that means.
yeah, I mean, are we biblical? Is it like Cain and Abel? Like they're
Could be.
ableist? Or
Well,
although he was a good guy, so
is it like handicapped versus somebody who's able? Handicapped.
oh, maybe that's what it is.
Were they making fun of handicapped people? Because then I'm okay with her changing the lyrics.
Which is weird for a song named G Girls that you would like. This is my issue with it. This is why you don't even click on the article. It's such a waste of time. But I feel like if you're listening to a song titled Girls with 3 R's, you should have very low standards. Okay, I don't think we should be asking these artists to go and change their lyrics because they're ableist slurs. Okay, you know what
Expectations
you're
are
getting
too
into. Like, what are we gonna do next? Are we gonna go back to like Snoop and Dre and be like, hey,
Maybe stop doing drugs, guys.
try to think of their songs, you know, like a few of your lyrics in Dre Day were a little slurish. I think we should go back and change that.
Now, when you said 2001, The Chronic,
Yes,
that couldn't be misconstrued as enabling in illegal activities. Dr. Dre,
address him as
his appropriate title.
maybe that's why they let him keep it. They're like, well, he's a physician, so he obviously knows what's appropriate.
It's medical.
It's
He's got a
medical.
card.
It's not illegal. It's medical. In
100%
fact, that makes him so much smarter than everybody else. He knew from the very beginning. He's like, can't touch me.
What is
Brilliant.
his PhD?
I don't think anyone's ever asked, and I'm not going to ask. I just take his word.
Well, he's still scary. I mean, he's a scary looking dude in the halftime show last Super Bowl. Which
was awesome, actually.
as a 90s kid, I was so stoked. I was like, oh my God, Snoop. Oh my God, 50 Cent. Oh my God, Dr.
They just
Dre.
kept coming. Yeah.
That was great.
The best part was we were watching it with my in-laws and I forget who was there, but most of them very Midwestern Caucasian people. And they kept being like, who's that? Who's that? I just, like, I don't even know you people. I can't believe you.
This is clearly not for you. Please go refill the beer.
Exactly. Yeah. 90s, early 2000s kids.
Fantastic.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
I think all that demographic loved it. All the other ones were like, eh.
Yeah.
And what was the flack about 50 Cent? I know this is old. I don't know why we're getting into it, but what was the flack with 50 Cent? Everyone was calling him overweight and stuff. I mean, I thought he still had it after, how old is he?
He's like 40 something.
And compared to my body?
Hanging upside down doing sit-ups. I'm like, well, I mean, if he's overweight, that's more weight he's just sitting up.
He's just showing off.
It's more impressive.
If I would have done that, I'd have flipped over and immediately vomited through 2 or 3 times.
I'll take you to the... Fantastic. Yes. No, I was all for it. Go 50. Live it up, buddy.
Yeah. So mad respect. So those are things we don't care about. Let's get to news we do care about today.
Circle back.
Number 1, why gas prices end in 9/10. I thought this was fascinating. I think most dads will. Every dad out there is going to be like, holy crap, why do they end in 9/10? Mm-hmm. And the answer is kind of obvious, but I just still had to click on the article. So you still should know. Any thoughts?
Well, I think it's so that they can round up 1 additional cent and basically just cheap you out and get 1 more cent hooked up on you so that you can give them more money.
That's exactly what it is. In fact, I thought it was interesting. It's, like I said, intuitive, but something you don't really think about. Gas back in the day was like 10 cents. So when you add a whole nother cent to 10 cents, that's a pretty significant increase. That's like them all of a sudden adding $1 to gas. That's pretty significant. So what they did was they would just add the 9/10. So it'd still be 10 cents and 9/10. But pretty much another 10% increase on top of that.
Sidebar on this whole gas thing. I was watching Jungle to Jungle with my kids recently.
We totally just watched that like 2 months ago.
No way.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Great 90s movie. Tim Allen. Oh my God.
Anything he did in the 90s was great. Just the Midas touch.
Exactly. Anyway, at one point they pan across a gas station and the gas price on there is like 98 cents. I was like, oh my God. Don't worry, it's only gone up by $5 from then.
And the worst part, I listen to a lot of YouTube videos, and I keep hearing people talk about the gas price finally getting over $5. And I'm like, child's play. We've been over $5 for... I mean, we've been over $5 before. This ain't no big thing. Mm-hmm. Now I know that's the average, national average. Sure. So I understand what they're saying. But still, like if gas went down to $5, I'd be like, oh yeah, some cheap gas.
Yeah, we're already Mad Maxing over here fighting in those souped up cars with naked people strapped to the front, shooting flamethrowers.
I see a theme here going on today. A lot of naked.
I just feel like I have so many clothes on. I got to get these off.
I know it's hot in here, but is everything all right at home?
I need human touch, Peter.
Hey, your wife is on vacation. That's what she's supposed to be for. Okay, so let's go to number 2. Mm-hmm. News we do care about today. This is a special one for this week. 21 cool Father's Day gifts, which I just rechecked the article. It is now up to 35. So someone went back and was like, I got 14 more ideas for you, Dad.
Yeah.
So we read through these.
Yeah.
Do you have any favorite ones that you are looking forward to?
My kids told me that, Father's Day isn't a real holiday. I'm like, but Mother's Day is? And they said, oh, well, yeah. What does this mean? What does that mean?
Man, inflation's hitting everyone hard. Cutting out Father's Day gifts.
Sorry, that one's the first to go.
Sorry, Dad. Yeah. We got to pay for $5 plus gas. Now Mom's gift. We had to cut somebody.
You were first up on the chopping block.
All right, number 1 here. Hydro Flask. Wide-mouthed stainless steel water bottle.
I mean, I have one, but mine isn't wide mouth. Now I feel...
You need the wide mouth. It's all about the wide mouth.
I feel like I'm, falling flat here.
No. I think everyone has like 3 of these in their house. So I'm gonna pass on this one.
Sure.
We just got to get rid of them. You just need one good one.
Yeah.
And then go with that. Number 2, the UE Boom 3 waterproof Bluetooth speaker. Isn't this from like 5 years ago?
Well, does it need to be waterproof? Or you you need to hear the sounds underwater? Like you whip it.
When I listen to Dre Day, I want to listen to it under the water.
The bass,
just like he would have liked.
Jurassic Park style, where it just shakes the whole water. Dre knows. He's got it.
He knows what's up.
He's a doctor.
Maybe he's a physicist. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh my God.
Next up, Maelstrom soft cooler bag. No, this one I cannot stand. Get this off the list. No dad needs any more lunch bags. Come on. We have Costco. We all have the green one that the zipper opens up and it pops open like another inch. We all have that one. We don't need another one.
Although I will take a caveat because it's called a Maelstrom, that's pretty badass. That's good marketing. I kind of want it even though I don't need it.
They threw me off with the word soft. Once I heard soft, I was like, I only go hard.
I'm sensing a theme here. Is there something you need to talk to me about?
My kid's 2 months old. I think it's self-explanatory. Let's do a couple more here. The Mavigel cotton sleep eye mask. No dad needs. Come on. This shouldn't be on the list. Maybe this was the one of the editions. They're the 14 they added.
Some mom snuck it on there. You want a sleep mask, right? So that she can steal it?
Yes, it needs to be off the list here. Okay, I like this one. The Covidi 12-piece bartender set. I think that's solid.
I don't drink enough cocktails, I guess.
I don't either, but there's something fascinating about having the... Yeah, exactly. Like one day we're going to have a fancy party and I'm going to be that guy shaking up martinis. Yeah, that would be fun.
I just do heroin. Oh, sorry. We'll get that in post.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So if you take your seats, we have a riveting game of tennis playing, and then I think we'll play some chess, and I have the meth stirring up on the spoon right now. So
Sherlock Holmes did heroin. It's fine.
All right, let me just get the last one here. The Life Straw, the personal water filter, which I think every dad's gotten one of these. We've had at least 2 of them.
I haven't had one.
Oh, I can give you one of ours. I think this is hilarious. In this spot in California. Mm-hmm. If you're living in Wyoming, Colorado, maybe some other place like that, where you have a lot of intense rurality to it,
Is that a word? Can
But
we look that up?
I just made it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I just made it up.
You're Shakespearean all over the place. Well done.
I don't want to brag, but
Are you flexing on me right now?
a little bit. I was a biology major, so we used some pretty big words. But I don't know when I would ever use this. Where am I going to be that requires me to drop down and drink out of the nearest fluid I can find?
I'm concerned for how effective they are. Like, you have to be like, this is gonna work to like stick it into just like green, muddy, algae infested. Well, that's like got bird poop floating in it. Like, yeah, this is fine. Like,
Pretty much what they showed.
oh,
Honestly, I would just go thirsty.
is there bottled water?
I'm like, this is clearly not Fiji. Is this a Fiji-approved straw? Because maybe. All right, so... Oh, our last one. This is the best one. I forgot.
Okay.
News we do care about. Number 3. A woman who wrote an essay on how to murder a husband was sentenced to life for murdering her husband. I thought this... Every time I say it just gets funnier and funnier. Thoughts?
I mean, what did you think was going to happen? It's like, I write a book about, I don't know, how to rob a bank. And then when you're like, oh, then he robbed a bank. Like, how did he know? Like, what? I mean,
I don't know the story, and I obviously feel for anyone or family member that was had any hardship from this. But I'm with you. Like, you can't say he was blindsided.
well, and the other thing is like, so this woman had to sit down and think all of this out. And then she took it to a publisher, and the publisher was like, yes, we should publish a book, a step-by-step guide for all the women out there who want to, commit murder. Because divorce is, that's so, 10 years ago. We're just killing them off now.
Divorce is the easy way out.
Yeah. What are you, a pansy? Kill him.
I think that's the first chapter of the book, actually. I mean, yeah, just so many thoughts. But guys should click on this because there might be signals you can pick up from. There might be things that we can all gain from this. I think the bottom line is, if you see something, say something. Okay.
Are you in danger? Blink twice if you're in danger.
Just hilarious. So,
I just don't understand. Yeah, the publishing is what's really tripping me up. That somebody was like, step-to-step guide to murder? Yes, that'll sell.
brilliant.
I love it. Give me more. Tell me how to murder your children next.
Can only imagine the sequel.
How to murder your second husband. Oh.
I was actually going to say her sequel really should have been How to Escape Prison because then she'd really be a Houdini type.
And then she gets out like, oh my God, we lost her.
I just couldn't wait for the trilogy. Like, I want her to keep writing after that.
How to live on the run. She writes under a pseudonym and like it just gets mailed into the publisher. They're like, oh, we don't know where she is.
It's an interesting idea now that I'm thinking about it.
We should write a movie. Do you want to do a screenplay or?
Let's do it. I was going to tweak it a little bit. It was going to be called How to Live with the Runs. So, same kind of words, different concept.
Husband? Oh, sorry.
Hey, it's Father's Day. Everyone's into something weird. All right. Okay, that's not true. Some people are into something weird.
Everybody, it's okay.
What's the weirdest thing you've gotten from Father's Day or given? Something that even looking back, you're like, okay, that was crappy or that was a bit odd.
Listen, you put me on the spot here. I don't know.
I know.
I don't know.
I know you got something.
Some weirdest. Mostly, I just get like paper ties and stuff. Art
cute.
projects. I mean, it's cute. It's cute, but I have like 12 paper ties, and I'm like, I'm not gonna wear these ever again. But it's nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you get something weird?
No, I mean, I'm just new to this game.
Oh, well, come on, you get two.
I know. I just, it's been pretty good so far. I can't remember what they were, but I remember liking them.
I loved all of the things.
All the things, yeah. I remember, let's see. I mean, I'm not the best at giving Father's Day gifts.
Sure.
I don't have a father, so it's just a little hard.
What?
Yeah, no, I have a stepdad.
Oh.
But my dad was kind of estranged for a while.
Okay.
But remember, I stopped caring about Father's Day gifts when one year we got my dad a card. I remember we begged my mom to get him a card. We were young. We got him a card. We gave it to him. We were all excited. And he read it, and he was like, oh, thanks, kids. And then we were like, oh, yeah, that's awesome. Well, I think this was something like months later. Was it months later? And I think it was months later. We were in the truck and we were digging through all the garbage and stuff that was in his truck. I think we were cleaning it out. And we found the card just there amongst the garbage. And ever since then, I was like, screw this. Not paying any money for Father's Day gifts.
You're bringing me down here, buddy.
I know. I've become cynical. That's why, on the bright side, it's great for my wife because my bar is so low.
You can give me a garbage card. I don't even care.
So anyway, let's get to the dad tips. Since we've had a little good, a little bad, let's give some pro dad tips. Maybe tips on...
Tip 1, don't become estranged from your children.
Tip 1, stay in their lives. It's always a good thing.
Sure.
I have one right here. Stay one move ahead. This is my new tip of the week. I'm noticing that my son is challenging us.
Oh.
And it's becoming kind of a thing because I don't want to make a scene. I'm obviously not going to hit him.
You should try it.
I'm not going to lose my cool. But sometimes, I mean, they're really smart. Kids are really smart. They don't tell you this. So I have to outmaneuver him mentally. For instance, he wants to get down. He hasn't eaten anything, right? We have him in a high chair. He wants to get down. He wants to play. I'm like, no, you have to eat. So he just starts screaming bloody murder, right? I obviously want it to stop. I can't have this continuing, but I want him to eat. So those kind of challenges there where you have to think and be like, what am I going to do? I can't put him outside.
Okay.
I can't make
a dog.
Yeah, like a dog. Yeah.
You can't.
I tried that and the screaming continued. It
just put a bowl of food and water out there.
I got the gerbil thing, it worked for a little bit, but after a while, CPS came and it was this whole thing. I don't want to do it again.
His tongue gets tired. It's okay. So thirsty.
So stay one move ahead. So now, before I even start that meal, I'm like, okay, how is this going to end? Like, how do I really think this is going to end? And I think that's the move right there. Most of us are like, oh, I'm a good father. I'm going to put him here for dinner. I'm going to make him this wonderful
smorgasbord.
But there we go. I was like, I can't even think of the word. Smorgasbord of food. And then he's going to eat it and we're going to have this great time. Well, we got to stop thinking like that. We got to think like, okay, well, what is he actually going to do? He's probably going to, be a monster, throw it everywhere, yell, scream. So now what's my move? And ever since I've been doing that, I feel like I'm a little magician, like Merlin.
So a taser.
So we're going to scream now, huh? Guess who's asleep?
Cattle prod. All right.
My wife's like, wow, you put our son to bed so quick. I was like, yeah.
That's what happens when you drug his food. I love you.
A little Benadryl never hurt. Although there were those few times that it did hurt.
Yeah, but that's fine. That's fine.
Just a couple times. But anyway.
CPS again.
Stay one move ahead is my dad pro tip. If you can do that, you'll be so far ahead of the game. It took me a couple years to get to this spot. Because before I was just reacting. Like him doing stuff, me reacting. Not anymore. Now I'm like, that scene in every movie where the villain is like facing the other way in a chair and someone walks in and he's like, I've been expecting you. That's me. That's me with my kid. He starts throwing food or yelling and I'm like, I've been expecting this.
Starts making a mess and you go. I'm so proud of you.
That's not the first time you've done that. All right. What's your pro tip?
Well, I mean, the stay one move ahead helps in both parenting and MMA. So if sometimes parenting, they cross.
Parenting MA. Is that going to be a thing?
Fighting children.
No. I was thinking the parents go at it.
Oh, okay. Hold on. The parent, as in mom and dad, are fighting?
No, like cross parents.
Oh,
like so this has happened. You're at the playground. There's that mean kid that bullies your kid.
Oh, so then you're gonna fight his dad?
Yeah,
like my dad's gonna beat up your dad.
Exactly.
Oh.
So now, obviously, I don't condone fighting. I don't want the kids to fight. I don't want them to have that example.
I condone it.
But the dads are consenting adults. They could get down, right? Wouldn't it be awesome if you had a disagreement? Instead of yelling, instead of doing any of that, you could just be like, "Well, sir, I find that highly offensive.
We're gonna go
I
back
dare say."
Pull the glove and slap him across the face.
That's exactly what we should do. Just like fisticuffs. And no one's going to get maimed, It should just be like an unwritten rule. Like if we have a disagreement, we're just going to go at it fisticuffs for a little bit. And then, a couple light slams to the head and that'll get the message across.
Minor concussion, everybody walks away fine.
Yeah. The minor, just a little bit.
No. No.
Your dad tip.
Don't get in fights with other dads.
Don't get in fights with other dads. Okay, stay one move ahead and do not get in fights with other dads.
Do you remember when we were little and it's like, my dad's going to beat up your dad? I'm like, our dads don't even know each other or care what we're talking about right now. Do you remember that? That was like the...
I told you my father wasn't in the picture, so it never worked.
Sorry.
My mom was going to beat up everyone, though. I thought she was a Hispanic mother, so she was taking the whole world
Kill
on.
everyone. Perfect. Good for her. I need to meet your mother.
That explains why I always got picked on, but no one ever wanted to fight me. My mom probably took him down.
She's like, you want to dance, pretty boy? Let's dance.
She had a mean wrist for that belt, let me tell you. All right. I think that's going to wrap it up for Dad News Daily
Yes.
Weekly. That's Peter and Chris. Happy Father's Day.